Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Lala, or Talia, depending on what you want to call me. Call me other things too, I guess. Anyways, long time no see. It's been about 2 years. Hopefully I am back for good. We'll see how everything goes after making this video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has had a huge effect on my life, or 2 huge effects on my life, depending on how you look at it. I wanted to discuss my breast reduction. I still get a lot of questions in my inbox on Instagram, I get emails, all sorts of stuff. So I figured a video might be the best way to try to answer some of those most commonly asked questions. Now, keep in mind, this may get a little bit gross or graphic, not too bad though, I hope. But if listening to stories about surgery, stitches, that sort of thing isn't your cup of tea, this may not be the video for you. It's also about a breast reduction, so if you don't want to hear about that, then you may not want to watch. Otherwise, please stay on, or stay listening, watching. Oh, I'm so out of touch. I actually made a list of questions on my laptop that's sitting right down here. So if I'm not looking at you, it's because I forgot what my questions were or some of my answers because it's been a hot minute. But I got my breast reduction in June of 2016, so almost 2 years ago. It was June 22nd. I took 3 weeks off of work. I didn't really totally need it. Physically, I definitely needed it mentally. I could have taken 6 months off mentally for that. But I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. So I went to a local surgeon. His name is Dr. Petersen. He's at NuVista Plastic Surgery in Draper. He is amazing. I'll go ahead and make sure that I put his deets in the description area. Now, most commonly asked question, do you regret it? I don't regret it at all, really. There's times where I miss my old boobs, absolutely, but I don't regret the decision that I made to be healthier, to be more active, to be more comfortable in my skin, though it took some time. But I can go shopping more easily. I don't have to spend as much on bras. My clothes actually fit me. They're not either like way too big or way too small. So no, I don't regret it at all. It was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. Now, 2, why did you decide to get a breast reduction? Some of this is a little bit personal for me, but in the spirit of being transparent, I like to share. So the main reason is because I am 5'2", and my boobs were as big as my head. So that took up about 1/5 of my height was just boobs. So when people would look at me, I felt like they weren't really seeing me, they were just seeing my boobs. It was uncomfortable having that be like the main piece of me that everyone saw and recognized me for, because that's not necessarily what I wanted to be recognized for. Other reasons, I wanted to be able to give myself a chance to be healthier. Now, if you are watching this and you have giant boobies, you know it's hard to work out. How many sports bras are you wearing, my dears? At least 2. And even then, it just turns into one giant boob, and it hurts. And your back hurts, your neck hurts, everything freaking hurts. So that was a big one. Sleeping was uncomfortable. My God, I dreaded summer. Summer was like the worst. Why, you ask? Boob sweat? Have you heard of it? Now, if you've got like medium to large size boobs, yeah, it can be a little annoying, a little damp in there, a little gross. If you've got ginormous tatas, though, you've got rashes, you've got pain, you have to pretty much get home from work or going out and having fun. You take your bra off and you pretty much just like lift your boobies up and blow cool air on them because it hurts. Have you had a heat rash under your boobs? It's awful, awful. So Little dramatic, I'm sorry. I get really into my reasons why. Other reasons I like to hike. Hiking's fun. It was more difficult with boobs. It kind of goes hand in hand with working out. Now the one that I got kind of notorious for is that I was tired of looking sexy all the time, no matter what I wore. I could wear a freaking Harry Potter shirt and people would be like, ooh, sexy witch, I see. That's not what I want to be. I don't want to be anyone's sexy witch. Well, maybe my boyfriend's, but I don't want to go out in public and always have people sexualizing me. As a woman, it's hard enough, but when your boobs are, again, a fifth of your height, it's impossible. Impossible. So I had been single for a really long time, and I got tired of everyone just basically fetishizing? Is that a word? No, fetish. Anyways, I got really tired of being everyone's fetish. It's not what I want to be. I like to wear cute clothes, I like to be girly, I like to be comfy. I almost never like to be sexy though, so big reasons, huh? Now, question 3. What was your start size? What's your end size? How much was taken off? This is pretty much the first question most people ask me, I guess. But I was a 38J. It's hard to imagine what a 38J is unless you're that big already or bigger. But let's see, let's go through cup sizes. A, B, C, D, double D, triple D, F, G, H. There's no I for some reason. Then you got J. So I wish I would have kept one of my old bras, I really do. But basically I could fit my head, my entire head, in the boob hole. My boobs were as big as my head. How many people have had boobs as big as their head? So I went from boob head size to a D to double D, approximately. I mostly wear Victoria's Secret brand bras because they don't sit up against my scars. But yeah, so Victoria's Secret runs a little bit smaller. So I'm more so a D in regular bras, but I don't, other brands, I can still have yet to find one that's comfy. As far as the amount, like weight taken off of my chest, literally, it was, I think he said around 4 pounds of boob flesh and fat. That's kind of gross. I actually asked if I could have like a jar of it because my tattoo artist wanted a jar of boob fat. Doctor said no, unfortunately. I was pretty bummed because I was gonna get some free tattoo work done. I guess that's a regret. I didn't get a jar of my boob fat. Number 1 regret. Let's see, next questions. So how do the scars look? They look great. I still have the scars under my boob because I got the anchor incision. If you don't know what that is, I will put a clip of it. So the anchor incision basically goes around your nipple, down, and then under. It's pretty extensive. They remove all the extra skin and fat, and they like sew everything up nice and tight. They even like hole punch your nipples out to make them smaller. That was probably the weirdest part, is thinking about a hole punch being used on my nipples. It's not an actual hole punch, but that's just how the nurses kind of explained it to me. I love those girls. But yeah, so at first the scars really bothered me for about the first 7 to 8 months. I went through my messages to see when about I said that they stopped bothering me from answering questions, and it looks like it was almost a year ago. So it was like March of last year is when they stopped. So it took like 7 or 8 months for everything to fade. I did use scar away strips, which were awesome. I didn't use them on the under section because like your boob covers that, so who really cares if you have a scar under your boob? But I did use it for the nipple and the incision that goes downwards. So that worked really well. I used those for about 2 months, pretty like back to back. They can be washed and then reused, so that, because they're like super sticky, but everything looks good now. If you saw my tatas, you wouldn't totally be able to tell that there was surgery ever even done. Can you still feel your nipples? This is where like this kind of an awkward conversation to have on YouTube with a bunch of strangers not knowing who might watch this. So, Mom, I'm sorry. Grandma, I'm sorry if this is embarrassing. But can I feel my nipples? Yes, I sure can. I never lost feeling in them. Now, that's not the case for everybody. I had a friend go through the same surgery around the same time as me, and she had a totally different experience with this. So, sorry, my nose itches. So I can still completely feel my nipples, actually, to the point of it being really annoying sometimes. So I went from like a normal nipple sensation feeling, like this was my baseline, and then right after surgery it was like up here, like way up here, past where the camera reaches, up. It hurt. But then it kind of calmed down. Like every time I'd walk into like a cold area, or I live in Utah so it snows, if I walked outside and it was like 20 degrees, I would instantly be like, oh God, it hurts so bad. That's toned down a lot. Now it only happens, you know, like once a month. They'll get painful. Normally I realize it when I go to take a shower, because when the water hits me like face on, it feels like little needles hitting my nipples. So I can't like face the water, or I have to like shower like this, like, oh God, protect the nips. But overall, like, not a huge deal. I'll deal with some nipple pain to not deal with so much back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, all of that. Now, the entire undersection, I can't feel anything. Like, I could like just poke my under boob and I can't feel it, which is a little weird, a little bit weird, but it doesn't bother me, because like, how important is feeling your under boob? It's not. And I can feel everything up here, just not the bottom part where most of the incisions were made. Yeah, that's probably the weirdest question. I mean, it's not weird, because it makes total sense why anyone would want to ask that's looking into surgery, but it's a weird one to answer to a bunch of strangers. And then I get asked, did it hurt? Now, everybody has a different pain tolerance. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, I like to think. Maybe. I mean, relatively high pain tolerance. So, scale of 1 to 10, the first day was like a 7, so it really hurt. It was really uncomfortable. I hated every second of it. I was so frustrated. I was on a lot of meds, so I was like crying. I was like, I'm a princess. Why is people being so mean? No one was being mean to me. I was just being dramatic. But after the first day, everything started to get a lot better. The second day, I was still like laid up on the couch with my best friend, roommate, taking care of me. And then the third day, I started feeling a lot better, started walking around more. After that, it was just a lot easier. Within a week, I was going on hikes. I don't advise that. I tore one of my stitches on the side here. But it really wasn't that bad. After the first day, pain went to like a 4. So like, I've had tattoos that are more painful, if that helps. Like in here, this hurt, this rabbit, it hurt more than my reduction. But stitches are gross, they're icky, they creep me out. I've never had stitches before. It really grossed me out. I couldn't clean my own incisions. Thank God for Megan. She cleaned my incisions for me and put Neosporin on me. I'd like lay there like a baby getting their diaper changed, but she was changing my boob dressings. So really thankful for my friends who did help take care of me, because I'm such a baby, or a princess as I like to think when I'm sick. So yeah, those are the most common questions asked. Hopefully this has been informational and educational. If you do have any other questions that we haven't gone over, God, I feel like I'm at work when I say that. Ugh. If you do have any other questions or additional questions, whatever, feel free to put it in the comments. If it's something a little more personal that you're not comfortable having other people see the replies and all of that, go ahead and find me on Instagram, send me a message on there. I try to do my best on keeping up on those messages, but it's pretty_kitty_meow. Find me there, follow me. Hopefully you subscribe to my video, or hopefully you subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna try to make a lot more videos. If you have videos that you wanna see, please let me know what you wanna see, because I am clueless. I don't know what to do for you guys. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and enjoy your day, my friends.